Hello everybody, this is the Let's Get To It channel, back at it again with a first time reaction with our little boy Richie. Today we are going to be reviewing Blazing Saddles, the 1974 comedy. No, but who's by? It's not Gene Wilder. Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks. There we go, guys. Mel Brooks. Let's get to it. So, Richie's never seen Blazing Saddles, and we just got done watching it. So, Richie, what is your first impression of this comedy gold?
I enjoyed it a whole lot. It was really funny, and it was incredibly racist. But I mean, it's also like it's kind of accurate to the times. So I don't know. It made light of a horrible thing through funny scenes, and I kind of appreciated that.
It's tasteful racism, Richie. All right.
I mean, like, tasteful racism sounds like an oxymoron. I would just say that it was good for the film. The opening song was funny as shit. Like, I was just like it narrated what was happening as it was happening, and then it just shows them in the congregation, and they're like, "Our town's gone to shit," and it's just like, oh, dude, that's so good.
Howard Johnson is right.
We should wire the governor.
And then all of them are just Johnson. It's just like that was funny as fuck, dude. Because it's just there are so many jokes in there that they don't really do in
Rubble.
yeah. They don't really do jokes like that like in cinema these days.
It's like one of those comedies where stuff in the background is funnier than what's happening in front of you with the dialogue. Like when they had the town meeting, they had nothing but like two initials and Johnson for every single name. Yeah. Johnson. There's a lot of stuff that happens back there, and it's like when he walks into Hedley Lamar's, they have his name spelled wrong to Hedley instead of Headley and stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff you got to catch on and read, and that's what I love about this one, because it's written great, performed well. And it's a classic for me. I will always say this is hands down not a racist movie. It is just a pure comedy movie.
Like my favorite thing was like whenever Headley was like hiring all the people to like hunt down the sheriff, and it was just like a line of like different racial groups.
He's like,
what
do you like?
KKK, the Nazis.
He's like, what do you do? He was like, what do you like to do? Rape, arson. What was it? Murder and rape. You said rape twice. I like rape.
Oh my god.
It's a great movie. Here's the big question around this movie. Do you think this movie would be in today's society?
Absolutely.
Nope.
I think it could.
I do not, because if you think about Django was a serious. It wasn't really a comedy, even though it had some comedy in it. It was a serious movie, and they were like really accurate to the time back then. And Blazing Saddles is not accurate whatsoever to it. They just do racism as a comedy instead of like a serious note. And I feel like today's society, they'd be like, "Oh, you can't make fun of that."
Well, I just think that if South Park can do it, and nobody really like gives a shit about that. I mean, sure, people do, but if South Park can do it, then it's. I think they could make it, and shot for shot, all the same jokes, and I think people would love it.
So you're saying just pretty much who makes it, who has the comedy rapport that could get away with it, because not just
Alexander Swan.
What?
Alexander Swan could do it.
Oh yeah.
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 You could play Mongo. You're retarded enough for Mongo.
Yep. I would be Headley.
Rum pum 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 rum pum 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 pum.
Headley.
What would you rate Blazing Saddles?
Oh man.
I hadn't even finished it yet.
Yeah. Based on what I've seen,
So far.
and we've seen probably like an hour of it. So
you've seen most of it.
Yeah, there's probably only like 20 or 30 minutes left, and that's going to be all the conclusion and stuff.
We're finishing it, by the way.
Oh, okay. I would say that without seeing the payoff for everything, I really enjoy it for the jokes. Like I've had a few moments where I've genuinely laughed out loud, and it was pretty good. So Plus, there's all the like shit talking that goes on with folks who are more like familiar with it, like Darren and Jonathan here have made their own jokes about it, and that elevated my experience because it's just like, all right, dude.
I hold high regards to this movie. This movie, I think I saw it when I was about 4 or 5 years old.
That was a long time ago.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was it's an old movie. It's been dear to my heart.
Well, yeah, the movie came out in the 70s. I just mean like Five's probably a little too young to watch it, but at the same time, like you're like part European.
Oh, I didn't understand it mostly.
Well, I just mean that you're part European, and they don't give as much of a fuck about stuff like that as America
European.
does.
Does being born and raised in Europe mean part European now, Richie?
Well, I mean, your dad's American.
Yeah, but we're in the bathroom right now, so we're European.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah,
He's a peon.
he's the pain in the bathroom.
I would say it's probably like a solid 8 until I can finish the movie, and
Okay.
it'll probably be a 9.
Solid. Yeah, I respect that. Swan, any final thoughts?
I will just say that the ending fight is my favorite scene.
It has one of my favorite things that I always do with
Oh,
Jonathan.
with like the director, like, and the guys in the suits.
Yes, that it has one of my favorite quotes in it. He goes, "Watch me, faggots." All right, this has been the Let's Get To It channel. Richie's first time review. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And you know what? I love you guys. I really do. Not the cast, but the audience. I hate the fucking cast. Bye, guys.